My mornings start pretty quietly. My family is still asleep as I wash up and get dressed. And when my son wakes up, I always make sure to spend a little time holding him before I leave.
一根、一两根、三根、四根、五根、六根。
那第6根假的手指头是用来做什么的呀？
抓主机的。
是的，小栗子答对了。熊猫爸爸 Then I go over a few things with my mom before heading out. 妈，我昨天给他买了那个菠菜的贝果。She's been a huge help to us since I had my son. 再见，宝宝。
见妈妈。
Beijing has quietly slipped into summer. These days, I ride a shared bike to the subway, then take the train into Guomao. I'm Erica, born and raised in Beijing, China. I live here with my husband, my 3-year-old son, and my mother. I work in Beijing's CBD, Guomao, during the day, and after work, I go home to my second job. This is what a normal day looks like for me now. My commute is actually really valuable to me because it's the first quiet stretch of time I get all day. I usually spend it watching or listening to something about parenting or early education. Morning rush hour is actually very quiet inside the train. Everyone is looking at their phones. And the closer we get to the CBD, the more crowded it becomes.
下一站，国贸。
I usually go get breakfast first. There are a lot of breakfast options around Guomao, but I still usually go for something hot and Chinese.
好，谢谢。
Today, I had wontons, xiaobing with egg, and pickled vegetables. It's a pretty ordinary breakfast, but I never really get tired of it. At lunch, I try to go outside for a walk whenever I can.
要一个牛肉芝士的吧。
Today it's cloudy and not too hot, so it's actually a good day to eat outside. I usually grab something simple. Today it was a bagel, a salad, and a carrot juice. Even during lunch, I'm usually still watching or listening to something about parenting. Time to leave work. I usually leave on time. I will pick up a little dinner or some bread for my son for the next morning. And then head to the subway. You can already see the long lines on the platform while you are still standing on the stairs. I'm still watching or listening to something I want to learn. For a lot of people, the day probably starts slowing down after work. Mine usually doesn't. By the time I get home, it's usually already after 7. My husband gets home later, usually around 9 o'clock. That's pretty normal for a lot of families in Beijing. After I get home, I change clothes, wash up, and settle back into the evening. From around 7:30 to 9 o'clock, it's usually my time with my son.
他们两个为什么是好朋友呀？
因为他们的形状一样。
没错，好棒啊！
你们两个也可以抱在一起啦。
We read books together, draw, or play little math and English games.
How about this one is the two?
You found
This
it
one
too.
is the two.
Maybe it's better we don't go in the sea, says little crab. I think we've had enough of the sea now, says little crab.
这个不是它的爪子。
这是它的大钳子，是吗？
It's a lot. But this is also the only time of the day where I can just focus on him.
你的也超可爱。
你的是大螃蟹，我的是小螃蟹。
Were you happy today?
呀，
打开宝拉咯。
好的。
We usually turn off the lights around 9, but my son often needs about another hour before he actually falls asleep.
那是伏尔加河，是欧洲最长的河。
We talk about kindergarten or listen to a few stories.
伦敦大桥吗？是的，伦敦到了。摩擦摩擦，飞机。
By the time he finally falls asleep, my day is pretty much done too. Most nights, I don't really have much quiet time left after that.
People talk a lot about balance, but honestly, I don't think my life feels very balanced right now. It's usually just work, commuting, parenting, and doing it all over again the next day. Anyway, it was just a very ordinary day of my life in Beijing. And if you're a parent too, I'd love to know what changed you the most after having kids.